Radical.
Those two players you see in that thumbnail, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, have a lot of history behind them. Those are the Splash Brothers. Those are, in the NBA history, the best three-point shooting duo of all time. Doesn't get any better than those two. But sadly, near the end of Klay's time with the Warriors, he was clanking, building houses with all the bricks he was throwing. He was forcing up threes, jacking up threes like nothing. And in, I think, his last game with the Warriors, he went 0 of 10. So what the Warriors did was they offered him a small contract. He felt disrespected. He left, and he's now on the Mavericks. And you would think that's an elite shooting trio. Luka, Kyrie, and Klay. But that trio is not as good as one Steph Curry, giving one of his best performances, 37 points. We'll get into Steph's stats here a little bit. We'll get into this bit. Okay. We see Klay there had 22 points. He played 34 minutes, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, not too bad. I don't know. Well, I kind of know why he's on the thumbnail. Luka did have more points, and usually they put the highest scorer in the thumbnail, but in this game, it was more the story between the Klay and Steph. So I get why they did that. Then going over to Steph's stats, we got 35 minutes, 37 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists. So he was the high point leader of the game near the end of the game. Well, also, what lit a fire up under Steph was Klay was feeling himself, having a good game, and he did the shoulder shimmy that Steph does, and Steph wasn't having that shit. So Steph went off, scored the last 12 points for his own team, and had this one beautiful dagger three against a center, got a switch on a center, and then he was dancing on him and hit that long three. And then he clutched his jersey up and pointed to the jersey, pointed to the jersey just on fire. It's a crazy story this season. Really, the Warriors, how they've come back with a force. They're 9-2. You see there in the stats, they're 9-2. And other than, Klay, I want to finish up talking about Klay. It was the right move to move on, I think, for both parties, because Klay feels like he's appreciated now. He's got him a contract, and he's happy where he is. But because they moved on from Klay, who was really toxic in the locker room and kind of playing for himself, since they moved on, they upgraded their team. They got valuable depth. And you don't see him in the thumbnail there, but Buddy Hield has been a big deal for the Warriors. He's actually shooting, I think, better from 3 percentage than Steph himself. So with those two, there's new Splash Brothers. They call them the Splash Buddies, that have the potential to possibly be maybe the best three-point shooting duo of all time. But I'm not done talking about Buddy right now. Another story I'll go into is Andrew Wiggins. If you follow Andrew Wiggins, he last year was playing like trash. A lot of Golden State fans were wanting to actually trade him, but he has come back with a vengeance. I heard his dad passed away, or something was going on in his family, which can affect you on the court, definitely. But he has come back with a freaking vengeance, especially on defense. Now, they had a chance to tie the Mavericks at the end of that game with Luka shooting up a three, but he was on him like duct tape. If you watch that last play, Luka just couldn't even move, and he didn't foul him. So Wiggins, even if his offense sometimes is here or there, he is an elite defender. In fact, the Warriors have, I think, the 4th best defense in the league right now. And that is a recipe for being champions. They are 9-2. I forget what happened in one of their losses, but the big loss I had was against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are now undefeated. So there's an argument to be made that the Warriors could be the 2nd best team in the league right now. They're actually leading the West in the conference. But the Cavaliers are a problem behind Donovan Mitchell. that's a story in itself. I don't have the time to really talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers right now, but I don't think anybody saw that coming. The Cavaliers being undefeated right now. In fact, honestly, I can't even name a lot of people on their team other than Donovan Mitchell. Now, will they be a flash in the pan? Is it the kind of situation to where, right now they're leading everybody, but time goes on, they'll come back down to earth? Who knows? But right now, I'll say that this game was an actual pleasure, a delight to watch. I love it whenever there's a matchup of former teammates and they go hard at each other, and they definitely did. Props also to Klay for, bringing 22 points. And I will just be absolutely delighted if we get to see a Western Conference Finals. Please, let's see a Western Conference Finals between these two teams.